your hand over, the cash is gone, there's nothing you can do. Don't get scared if it sounds so good, it is. Don't get scared if it sounds so good, it is. Don't get scared if it sounds so good, it is. If it sounds so good, it is.
Hey, how's it going, guys? This is tip number 7, test number 7 of someone just lost 15,000 trying to rent to own a house, and here's how to make sure that that never happens to you. Once again, my name is Eric Aubrey. This is my partner Dan DeSalvo, and we help families move into rent to own homes nationwide, and these are the exact checks every buyer should do. So currently we're on test 7. So this is basically the branded virtual tour. Do they have a branded virtual tour showing that they are actually tied to the property that's doing the virtual tour, which is what they're supposed to be doing, right? Because if you just see like a phone video and they're walking on the outside of the house and they're like, hey, this is our virtual tour, that's like a super red flag, because do they have access to the inside of the property? That's the key. Yeah. What else would you have to say on that, Dan, as far as the branded virtual tour?
Well, thank you. It revolves around the aspect of having a professional presentation of the property, showing that it's somehow connected to the person or the group or the company that you are talking with. So like the example Eric gave, anyone can, record something of going around the outside of the house. Or like I said on a previous video, do they have a, professional video that's actually, on their YouTube page, on their social media, has their logo on it. Now, keep in mind, this isn't like, if they have this, then you don't have to do anything else and just send them the money, right? But it's that this is when people go the extra mile in making sure that they look professional, they're represented well, and they've just, again, taken those extra steps. So that way, if we are putting ourselves, Eric and me, if we put ourselves in the shoes of, these tenants, our tenant buyers looking at something, how would we feel if we received this virtual tour that's on our YouTube page, that has the, little intro, outro, it has the Estate Match USA logo on it. Eric put some really, really good like background music in the videos too.
I wish I could enjoy it more.
Yes. You can just tell that there's that extra thought, there's that extra intention put behind it. And keep in mind, doing these virtual tours isn't so someone, sends the money before even seeing the property. Do you got quiz for you guys? What was the first point? Eric, what was the first check mark of our list?
Yeah, can you see the inside of the house first?
Exactly. Yeah. So it always comes back to that. But sometimes, I'll give you an example. We call people and they inquire through Zillow or, Facebook, whatever, and they're interested in it. We get on the phone with them and everything sounds good. And I ask them, all right, would you like to set up a showing, to see it? And some people, they're only available on the weekends, for an example. And I talk to them on Wednesday and they're like, oh, this weekend I'll be available to see it. And I say, great. In the meantime, I'm going to send you the virtual tour so you can get an idea of the layout and the structure of the home. Yeah. It's gonna give you such a better idea than just looking at pictures. Because with pictures, sometimes they're out of order. You don't know what it's really like to walk through the home like you're living there. So with a video, it kind of gets you excited about it. You get an idea before you even go there of, will this be a good fit for me and my family? So again, this video, it's more about kind of tying it all together. It's that, are the people you're talking to, the person you're talking to, did they put that extra level of thought and intention into the presentation of the home that you are considering? So Eric, I'll bring it back to you with that.
Definitely. The branded tour is very, very important. Just like I said, all 7 of these are super, super key. All 7 of these. So I'll just run through all 7 of these one more time, just so you guys know everything to look for when you guys are looking for a rent to own. So the first one is, can you see the inside of the house first? Just like Dan was saying, you don't want to have somebody say, hey, look through the window and take a look at the inside.
Take a look through the window. Let's take a look.
We've had people come to us before. They were like, oh, we got scammed. It's like, did you guys go inside the house? They were like, no, they just told us to look through the window. It's like,
crazy.
Are you kidding me? And that was acceptable for you, just to look through the window? So in test 2 is basically who has the legal right to control the property? They don't necessarily have to be the owner of the property, but do they have some type of contractual obligation with the owner that gives them the right to control the asset in order to do the lease option / rent to own, or however they're presenting it to the market? So that's test 2.
Test 3, and then going on to test 3, that's all about that the payment method isn't the issue. It's about the timing of it and looking at all 7 of these steps and verifying something. So we talked about this in video number 3, you know, the Zells, the Cash Apps, the Venmos. There's nothing wrong with those. Those people use those millions of times every single day. There's nothing wrong with those. But are you verifying things before sending on those platforms? So video 3, payment methods aren't the issue. It's the timing and the proper sequencing and verifying of things where it all ties together. Eric, what was number 4?
Is there a real written agreement? So this must include the purchase price, monthly payment, option fee, down payment terms, timeline to buy. If it's vague or we will finish it later, don't do it. So basically making sure that you have a signed written agreement before sending the down payment specifically. Now you can send the payment of the application fee beforehand, but that's when you want to test all of the rest of these tests to make sure that they're legit and that they actually are a real company before sending the application fee, so you don't lose your application fee or your down payment later. So yeah. And then test 5 is, can you verify the person or the company is real? So video call like this, me and Dan love doing the video calls. We love hopping on and meeting people because we are doing this virtual. I'm here in Santa Monica. My partner Dan is in Northern California, next to like Mount Shasta area. And yeah, so we're not around a lot of these properties. So we have to make sure that we're able to, you know, see these people, they see us, and build the trust that way. Also, Googling their business, having real contact info, consistent online presence, and being able to see that they're real and that they're not trying to hide their face. Because there's a lot of people that have came to us with horror stories, and we ask like, hey, did you see the person? Did you meet them? And a lot of the times the answer is no. They didn't see their face. They didn't meet them. It was through like text or it was through email, surprisingly. So yep.
Test
then,
6. Test 6 is all about testimonials. Anyone who's truly, you know, proud of what they do in the space and providing value as far as rent to owns, even regular rentals, there should be testimonials, real testimonials, ideally video testimonials that aren't a minute long and little clips, but actual full-length testimonials where you can, most importantly, this isn't about us here, it's about hearing their story of a real couple, you know, real individual moving into a home, and hearing how we're genuinely able to connect to one another. So that's video 6, all about testimonials. And then we just did number 7. Eric, what was test number 7?
The branded virtual tour, which Estate Match USA, you see the logo at the beginning of the virtual tour, and then you see it at the end, and that verifies it. And it's on the Estate Match USA YouTube page, where you can look through all of the videos and see the rest of the testimonials that we have, as well as just real estate content in general to verify. You can see my face, you can see Dan's face, you can go to our State Match USA Facebook page, you can go to our Instagram page. We have you can look me up on LinkedIn. It shows Eric Aubrey, the founder. Like, it shows all of that. So being able to verify, so using all 7 of these before you move forward is going to save you $15,000 or more when looking to do a rent to own. So we hope that you guys enjoyed this series and that you got a lot of value out of it. And now you know what to look for when participating in a rental or a rent to own. And that way you guys can save money and make sure that you guys are working with a reputable company. So thank you guys for watching. You guys have an amazing day. Have an amazing life. And until next time. And if you guys are looking to do a rent to own, feel free to reach out. Just comment home in the comments and we'll reach out to you and we'll help you to get in a rent to own. You guys have an amazing day and we'll see you soon.
Once you hand over the cash is gone, there's nothing you can do.